Entrepreneurs Podcast. Today, I have a very special guest, my friend Cherie Payne from Renue Artistry. Cherie, if you haven't met her yet, is a multifaceted entrepreneur who has dedicated over 30 years to the beauty industry. She established her own brand, Renue Artistry Salon. Cherie's true passion lies in enhancing the beauty of every woman through hairstyling, hair enhancements, makeup application, and much more. As an expert in the beauty world, Cherie goes beyond simply working on hair. She strongly believes in educating her clients on how to maintain their hair to achieve a fresh and healthy look. When you sit in her chair, get ready to feel relaxed and renewed. Welcome, Cherie. It's a pleasure to have you today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Good morning. Good morning. So let's just get down to it. Tell us about Renue Artistry. Where is it located? And tell us a little bit about the services that you know, when we come to your salon, how can we, what are we expecting?
To feel renewed and relaxed. Renue Artistry is located in West Palmdale, in the Mission Plaza parking lot, which is 10th Street West and Palmdale Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And wow, I'm so grateful to be able to have this space, Renue Artistry, because we definitely provide a sense of feeling renewed and refreshed for our clients. We provide hair styling services. We also, we're like a full service salon. We have opportunities for massage therapists, hairstylists, makeup artists, and so much more.
Awesome. Sounds like you get the full service.
Yeah.
The full oil change at your salon.
I love that.
So Cherie, I've been to your salon. It's lovely. Cherie is an amazing professional. But I want to know, what made you decide to go into the beauty? Like, what were you doing before you went into beauty, and what made you decide to go into the beauty industry?
You know, some people may not even believe my story, but straight out of beauty school, I had a son at 17. And so I had to decide what can I do to really take care of my child? And I had two options. One was beauty school and one was real estate. And I actually went to both. But beauty school ended up being just my passion. It ended up being my career. And so I've been in the beauty industry I calculated it, for 32 years. Wow. And when I say people don't believe my story, I've never worked for anyone. I never worked as a teenager, I never worked at McDonald's or anything like that. I went straight into entrepreneurship.
That's amazing.
And so that's how I got started in the beauty industry. And it's definitely been a journey.
Absolutely. Cherie, let me tell you, first of all, you picked the right career for you. Like, I don't see you doing anything other than beauty. Oh. So let me ask you actually, how has that changed you? How has that decision to go into the beauty industry changed your life?
It has definitely changed my life because just feeling that sense of accomplishment, one, but being able to impact women. Being able to help them understand that not only are they beautiful on the outside, but they're beautiful on the inside. And I say that a lot because beauty is within, and to be able to, style a client, they come in and they want their hair done, and sometimes they don't know what they want. And sometimes I have to be creative and create a style based on your personality, based on the look, And so it has definitely changed my life when I hear the testimonies and the stories. A lot of people say, as a hairstylist, we're like therapists. So I hear a lot of stories. I'm able to, share with them. They share with me. I'll share my story. Being very authentic, being able to share the story, and know that when we have our conversations, they leave out of my salon feeling empowered, They feel, like I'm just so beautiful on the inside and out, no matter what anybody says about me. So it has definitely changed my view on a lot of things as far as beauty, personalities, character, so many things.
Absolutely. And I don't know, there's something therapeutical about sitting on a chair and having somebody just touch your hair.
Yeah.
And so I believe that, like, I've sat in your chair, and I've sat in many chairs throughout the years. And definitely, I don't know, there's something magical about, sitting down in a chair and having somebody just work on your hair. You just start talking, you start telling stories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard many things throughout the years.
Yes.
So talking about that, also, Cherie, you mentioned that you've been in business for 32 years. That is a very long time.
Yes.
And I know our AV Chambers listeners want to know, how did you stay in business for so long? And I know we talked a little bit before the camera about challenges. Mm-hmm. So I would like to hear about maybe some challenges you've overcome as a business owner for 32 years, and how times have changed and markets changed and beauty industry changed so much. So
just to kind of give you a backstory. At the age of 23, I opened up a salon. That was my first salon in Inglewood.
That's very young. Wow.
And so at that age, I didn't really know about business. But I was able to maintain that salon for 5 years. And I closed it down because I moved to Palmdale, and the commute was just crazy. And then got married and had a baby. And so it was just a lot. So moving forward, when I came here, I started working in various salons, and just hearing and seeing how other salons operate, I always gave my input. I always was that person to say, hey, let's do it like this. And, building that relationship with the owners of the salons that I worked in. And they trusted me to be able to, help them not manage, but just give my input. And so being able to apply all of that to even now my business, being 30 years later, being able to open up a salon and then maintain it. I think the challenges is you have to stay consistent. One, you have to trust. I always say trust the process. And when I say that, as a salon owner, as a hairstylist, we have no choice but to trust. Trust in our clients, trust that we provide these services, that they will come back. Because my clients is, my bread and butter. They say, if you don't work, you don't eat. So being that entrepreneur, you have to be creative, and sometimes it's, the challenges is you get tired sometimes, sometimes I just want to go on a vacation and just be gone for a long time, but I can't do that sometimes. Sometimes I have to come because I have to run my business, or I have to work in order to provide and, take care of my family. But I think that having that support group for me has kept me going, being able to have that support group. So, being able to, once again, trust the process, being creative, and, establishing your business and keeping your business afloat is definitely a challenge. But I trust that I've come this far, and I've learned a lot through the process of it, that the knowledge and wisdom that I've been given has definitely helped me sustain my businesses.
So, Cherie, I know everyone wants to know, you're a chamber ambassador. Thank you so much for serving the AV Chambers that way. Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about that? How has being an ambassador, affected your life, your business? What is like to be an ambassador for the Chambers of Commerce?
You know what? It's been an experience, and I'm loving the journey and the ride, because being an ambassador allows us the opportunity to network even the more. As a chamber member, we network. But as an ambassador, I'm able to go into other businesses and celebrate them, and then be a part of their grand openings. but then it also allows me, as far as my business, to be able to network with them or even partner up with them with our businesses. So as a chamber member, it's getting you out there. And I'm going to tell you, I'm like, I'll go in the store and people are like, oh, hi, Cherie, So it's really getting your there's benefits to it, right? Getting your name out there, your business out there, but then also establishing relationships with other business owners. And then when they feel supported by you, it just makes it better. I always say in my quotes is that when we win, or when I win, everyone wins. So if we can stick together as a community, and support our businesses, it'll definitely help us grow. So being an ambassador has allowed me to go out there, because if I had not have gone into, I would say, a chamber member or an ambassador, I wouldn't have these opportunities or spaces or times to go and support other businesses, as far as like your grand opening. Like, I carve out time to go and support other businesses. And so, like they say, being an ambassador, you have their tag on. Sometimes you get some perks and
yeah, absolutely.
some special perks and privileges in the stores.
It's not the same to say, hey, this is Cherie, I own a business, that I'm an ambassador for the chambers, I'm here for you.
Yes.
It certainly helps you get the foot in the door with business owners. That's amazing.
Yeah. And you get, it's another level of respect too.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
For you just supporting the community. It's another level of respect. And so I love it. I love it to be able to be an ambassador.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
So that's great. Thank you for sharing. But let me go back a little bit, Cherie. How does a 23-year-old open up a salon? I want to know about that.
I know.
How at 23 you say, okay, I'm going to open up a salon. So what happened next? What's the next step you take?
Well, once again, having that support from your family. I didn't do it by myself, for sure. At that time, it was definitely one of those things where they tell you in your lifetime of being a hairstylist, you at least got to have a salon or products or something like that. And so, at 23, I just had that burning passion to, open up a salon. And like I said, I definitely had help, but there's a lot of people out there that don't, it's just like one of those divine blessings or something, There's a lot of people that don't have, help.
Right.
And so at 23, yes, I was young, but I had a desire to say, I want to open up a salon. And, having the money and the resources that was available back then afforded me that opportunity to open up that salon back then.
Awesome. I love that. So support group is very important when you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're young and you're just learning. And even if you're already experienced, right? Support group is very important.
Right.
Thank you for sharing that with us. So you also mentioned in your conversation that you try to feel authentic with your clients and staff and your salon, your co-workers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That work with you. Because I know you rent some of your stations and you have other ladies that work with you, and it takes a village, right? To put up something like that. So how has being authentic and vulnerable affected your relationships with your staff and clients?
Whew. Listen, you definitely have to be authentic. I am who I am. And just to kind of back up just a little bit, the salon that I have now, it used to be L&V Hair and Nail Salon. Mm-hmm. And so when I purchased the salon, I before the transaction took place, I worked in the salon for probably like 2 months, I believe. And there were other stylists there. So the previous stylists that were there, and they really didn't know that I was in the process of buying a salon. Mm-hmm. So working there those couple of months, they were able to get to know me. They were able to get to know my character, who I am. And just that like I said, being authentic is very important. And so when the transition took place and they presented the new owner, they wasn't shocked. They were actually ecstatic. They were happy, right? And so when I came in and once everything was settled, I remodeled the salon. So it was like a gift to them.
Oh.
And so one of the ladies told me, she said, when you first came here, I knew it was something about you. Oh. And I knew that it was something happening, And so you have definitely come and changed our lives. And it's not even, sometimes you don't even have to open up your mouth. It's just your character. It's your demeanor. It's the way you walk in. Yes, they say I'm the boss, but in this industry, I don't walk around like I'm the boss. Yeah. I walk around like you are my fellow hairstylist as well. Mm-hmm. And having that empathy and that sympathy and understanding where we all come from, that we all have to be very authentic with our clients, very vulnerable with each other. I do say I don't mix business and pleasure because I still have to be that boss. I still have to be able to, give directions, but being not that pushover type of person, being in a space where they receive it and they're like, okay, whatever you want. So it's like, whatever I want, they there, to help me. So don't be, I'm not an overbearing person or boss, but I have to be able to relate to you. Sometimes you have to meet a person where they are.
Right.
And then bring them.
I would say all the time.
Yeah. you meet them where they are. And so I think it's just who I am, that people gravitate, and I love my staff, and my clients, the full support. They keep coming back and keep coming back. I have clients that I've had for 30 years. What does that say to me, and I'm so grateful, that I'm able to just be my genuine self.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you were the undercover boss.
I was the undercover boss. I wanted to say that, but it was so
I was
funny.
thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, that's like an episode of Undercover Boss.
It was, and I wish I could really have.
You should have recorded that. That would have been fun.
It was.
Oh my God. So after being the undercover boss, well, I mean, but that's great because, being in a leadership position is tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Because people see you differently, and at least if you're the right kind of leader, I know that's not what you want.
Right.
You want to relate. You want to connect with your staff. And it seems like doing that allowed you to do that, and now allows you to navigate through challenges and decisions in the salon much easier.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And it's not easy because everybody's personality is different. And you're working with a whole bunch of women. So you have to
it's a lot.
You have to be able to, balance it, because you can easily get an attitude and easily say, get out of my salon.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things too in this business, being able to pick a team.
Right.
Because everybody has to be part of the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Being in the vision. Everyone has to be in the vision. Absolutely. Awesome. That's great, Cherie. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, also, I know that you wrote a book.
Yes.
So please tell us about your book. How that happened.
Oh, yes. So during the pandemic, as this industry knows, the beauty industry, when the pandemic hit, it was one of those situations where they shut us all the way down. I had this book in my computer that I had written probably 4 years prior. And I was sitting on my couch and started getting into a place of depression during that time, because like I said, if we don't work, we don't eat. We pay into disability, and we have to depend on the incomes that we have, or savings, that we have. And so as I was sitting on the couch, it was just like God spoke into my ear and said, go ahead and get that book going. Go ahead and publish that book, because it is going to be needed. And the book is called Finding Your Path, a 21-day prayer journal, a daily walk with God's guidance. And so being able to, once again, trust the process, being able to, even trust God with my very life, this book is just been like my baby. So it was published in 2021.
Wow.
And it's on Amazon. I have it in my store. I have an online store that I sell products. And so it's there. And the prayers have definitely helped me through the pandemic. The prayers have definitely helped me through just personal life in this journey. And even, praying over my businesses, I pray, and sometimes, we manifest and not even realizing you manifested. You talked about it years ago, and then today here you are. And so through those prayers, I've watched God do some things in my life. I watched him, sustain me through the pandemic. And then even to now open up a salon, because Renue Artistry was opened in 2022.
Right.
And that's like, what's that? Residual pandemic. And so
it's a pandemic baby.
A pandemic baby. And
Renue
so
Artistry.
My book has helped so many people, and just understanding that you have the power. It's within you. So whatever you decide to put your mind to doing, if you want to open up a business, you can open it up. There's resources.
Right.
I heard a podcast where they said they didn't have money, but it was divinely orchestrated for them to have the business.
Right.
And that's how I feel. I really feel that if it's for you, it's going to be for you. Right. And sometime it might not go the way you want it to go. Because I definitely, I have a whole story to tell, and I know we don't have time on this podcast, but to be able to go from one place to the next, from one salon to the next, and say, you know what, I'm done. I want my own business. Right. I want my own space. And like I said, after pandemic, it just happened, So the book is amazing. I'm going to speak on my baby, just like it's my kid. It's definitely a self-help journey book.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you heard it. If you're looking for some inspiration during this time with your business, with your life, you can find the book on Amazon. We're going to also tag the link to Cherie's store online. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, Cherie. Is there anything else regarding your business that you would like to share with us?
I just want to share that, Renue Artistry is a place where you can feel renewed and relaxed, but also it's a space where I want to be able to have women come, be educated about health, wealth, and beauty. I believe that if we treat our bodies right, as far as diet, because I'm a vegan, and I'm just I'm not a health fanatic, but I listen to my body. And so understanding the foods that we eat, understanding what we put on our body, it affects our hair, nail, and skin. And so at Renue Artistry, I want to definitely be able to provide a space where we can educate women, not just come get your hair done, but just to truly, educate you, and then also give you a space where you can come. Maybe we could talk about my book, maybe we could talk about, my products, which I do have products, Sunny Jean Organics, that I make. Is a natural organic product for your hair and your skin. And so, yeah, it's just so many things. I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to, share my business and, network with the chamber and network with other businesses out here in the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. If you're looking to feeling renewed, refreshed,
yes.
If you're looking for a new look and you don't know what to do, if you're looking for new organic products, Renue Artistry is the place to be. Head over to Palmdale Boulevard,
yes,
and you'll find her there. Cherie, thank you so much for sharing this time with us. It has been amazing to hear about your journey, about your story, and to see how much positive energy you have and how much your faith is so huge.
Yeah.
And it's what's gotten you through.
Yeah.
That's the message I get from our conversation today.
Aww.
That faith is, your faith is so huge and so big that's what pushes you through the challenges, and that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
It's been an honor to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you can purchase her book, go to her link, find her store, go to her salon, all of that stuff.
Come visit me.
Come visit her. Thank you, Antelope Valley. See you next time.
Are you interested in being a guest on AV Chamber Talk? Call the Chamber's office at 661-948-4518. Here are some of our upcoming events on the Chamber calendar. Did you know the AV Chambers was started in the dining room of the Western Hotel? Join us Thursday, August 24th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we celebrate the new exhibit and stay for networking on the patio. That's at 557 West Lancaster Boulevard in Lancaster, California. Join us on Tuesday, August 29th at the Antelope Valley Chambers of Commerce from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. as we talk about Taxes 101, an AV Chambers Lunch and Learn. The address is 554 West Lancaster Boulevard in Lancaster, California. Are you a new or existing member that wants to learn more about what's included in your membership? Join us Friday, September 1st from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for our new member orientation at the Antelope Valley Chambers of Commerce. The address is 554 West Lancaster Boulevard in Lancaster, California. Do you need help managing your personal finance? Join us for 7 steps to manage personal finance, the AV Chambers Lunch and Learn on Thursday, September 7th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. here at the Antelope Valley Chambers office, 554 West Lancaster Boulevard in Lancaster, California. Are you considering becoming a member of the Antelope Valley Chambers of Commerce? If so, give us a call, 661-948-4518.